Well, we're a little bit thin today. We are experiencing a rash of flu symptoms that in 30-some years, it's been some hard stuff. So we were thin, had to shuffle some guys around, but we're still able to double rep, which was encouraging. I think we're getting some pretty good production out of our running backs. I thought I saw a couple of runs pop today that, beyond the blocking, there was some pretty good acceleration. And so encouraged about that. I think Kellen's run the ball pretty well. And, Milo showed some pretty good bursts today too. We're thin at the safety position, but we're trying to get Elijah Halliburton and Josh Boyd some more reps, which is good as well. And I think our kicking game, particularly the field goal, Cooper's really doing well. We stretched out and he nailed a 55-yarder today, so we're encouraged about that. So, questions?
Craig, is anyone separating themselves at running back? You mentioned Kellen and Milo. Are they kind of separating themselves, or is it still pretty even when you throw Milo and even Mike in there, I guess?
You know what? A couple things have come up. We have not had as many live situations. We did a little goal line scrimmage today, some second down and 6, but the number of carries they've had, Robert, would not really. We've got a pretty subjective judgment, but come this Saturday in Casper, we'll be able to come back and we should be able to have a depth chart after that.
With this scrimmage up in Casper, I know you guys like to kind of get around to other parts of the state. Can you kind of just take me through how that was eventually or initially set up?
What we did, last year we were over in Cheyenne for scrimmage, and it became obvious to us that Casper is a really important area for us as well, and good facilities, and a little bit farther than in Cheyenne. There comes a point where you can't take a team out on Saturday, but Cheyenne's still reachable, and so we reached out to the community leaders and people with Cowboy Joe, and we're going to have a scrimmage up there, and it'll be a fun deal.
Craig, I know you mentioned people are sick. I didn't see Rush out there. I didn't see Marcus Epps. Noodles. Are those some of the guys that were sick?
Sick.
Wow.
And, for a football player to miss practice, those are guys that they have to be almost on their deathbed. And I know that, they've diagnosed some strains of influenza, which is it's pretty serious stuff. And so it's having an impact, and we'll have to keep on working forward.
So this is something you haven't really seen in your time, or pretty bad, at least comparatively?
The worst I've seen it. Typically you'll have a day or two, but most of the guys are back in a day. This has been 3 days on certain guys, and they're really down. And so, we have a welcome attitude. Guys really want to be out to practice, so it's not like they're trying to get out of practice. They're down and sick. I know Coach Caligus is limping along as well.
So am I.
Anything else, guys, before I get sick?